two young girls at that time, and we got a fateful call to go to a presentation. One evening, I think it was a Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday, and we had just come back from a round the world trip for over a month. Now, how many people who've been away for over a month would willingly go to a presentation on a weekday evening to something you don't even know? Now, the reason I suggested to my wife we should go, and I still remember, she said, tonight is our movie night. Okay, we every Tuesday night we watch movies. So I said, no, the person who's asking us to go to this meeting is an American guy, year graduate, Harvard MBA, and he was then my biggest client managing Southeast Asian portfolios. So if someone like that asks you to go to a meeting, a business opportunity, I only heard the word business at event. And the amazing thing is, I didn't know anything about Nu Skin, let alone that Nu Skin was in MLM. I had no idea what is MLM. So we went, sat through the presentation, and at the end of the evening, when the presenter asked, who wants to do the business? I put up my hand and said, my wife will do the business. Right? Well, of course, she should do the business, right? Because at that time, she said, darling, I want to stay home and be a good mother to our two young girls. She said, what's the point of making all the money in the world if your kids are brought up by your helpers? Okay, which is true, I agree with that, right? So we were exploring other businesses like education, childcare, Pilates. But whenever you look at all of these businesses, all the problems come up. Capital, know-how, and so on and so forth. So why were we so quick to make that decision? Because three things were very clear to us after the 1 hour presentation. The first was that Nu Skin was a star company in the wellness anti-aging sector. And I immediately liked the mantra of the founders, Steve Lance, Sandy Tillotson, and Blake Roney. And I could see from the beginning they were an innovation DNA company, because those days, my wife told me they're very innovative because they have water-based products. Of course, I have no idea what she's talking about, you know. And I remember the motto, all of the good, none of the bad. That was in the early days. So the first thing is, Nu Skin is clearly one of the leading companies selling very unique, innovative products at a high quality product at a value point. The second thing, the second conclusion that was very clear, the product sold very well. They did not use advertising, they did not have many stores, it's direct selling. Particularly, they sold very well in Korea and in Japan. Again, as a guy, without knowing anything about skincare, I know that these two places are the places for skincare. Okay? If you can sell to the Korean women, you can sell to the Japanese women, you can sell anywhere. On top of that, I also noticed that the business opportunity attracted professionals, entrepreneurs, and men. What does that tell me? That the company had integrity, the products work, and the most important, the compensation must be rewarding for them to do part-time and eventually leave a very high-paid job to do it full-time. And last but not least, as an investment person, both my wife and I, we saw no risk, no downside, only upside. Because a typical business, even a small childcare business, from the putting capital, got the rent a space, manpower, and so on and so forth. So we'll say, wow, we have to pinch ourselves, right? From knowing nothing about MLM, of course nothing about skincare for our men, we realize we are both corporate people. This could be our one and only chance to fulfill a dream of having a business. Not just a local, but a regional and eventually global business. If we don't make it, we just look better. But what if we make it? So we didn't think about, oh, I don't know who will join us. What if? We just say there's no downside, only upside. So I hope you bear that in mind. If you are a little bit new in the business and you're worried about a few things, no downside, only upside. And what if your dream really came true to Nu Skin?